Hi, welcome to the world of the Fabulous Four. We are
Julie,
Huey,
Clover,
and me, Felicity.
Yay!
It's our pleasure to talk to all of you about a very hot topic in this technology era, artificial intelligence. We show you that when the Fabulous team up, we can do something special and unique. So, if you don't want to miss anything, please don't make any sudden move and just sit back, relax, and enjoy the fabulousness. So, here we go.
so you hear something? No? Anyway, let's begin.
The prospect of artificial intelligence excites and repulses people in equal measure. Will it bring us a kind of paradise or a techno hell? To get a clearer handle of what might happen and when, it's best to divide AI into three categories.
The first of these is artificial narrow intelligence, or what people call weak AI. This kind of AI is already in place. It's the kind of AI that uses big data and complex algorithms to arrange your Facebook timeline or video text. Narrow AI has an intelligence that limited to one very specific arena. It may not be able to pass the intelligence test, but our lives, infrastructure, and financial market are already very dependent on it.
The next step up the AI ladder is artificial general intelligence, or strong AI. This is an intelligence that can think as well as we can. We're probably about 30 years away from this. The hurdles to creating strong AI are all about building machines that are going to be good at doing things which come very easily to humans, but machines have traditionally really stumbled with. Oddly, it's so much easier to build a machine that can do advanced calculus than it is to build one that can get milk from the fridge, recognize nanny, or just walk up the stairs. Our brains are brilliant at so-called everyday tasks like recognizing 3D images, working out people's motivation, or spotting casual sarcasm. We're very far ahead of machine here. Some scientists doubt we'll ever see strong AI, but the majority of AI experts alive today seem to think that we'll be there in the coming decades. So, if you're under 35, the great probability is that you will be there to enter the strong AI age.
So, what will happen to the world once we succeeded in creating an intelligence to rival or equal our own? Well, the key point about strong AI is that it will be able to learn and upgrade itself on its own without instructions. This is what makes it so revolutionary and so different to almost any machine we've ever built. The maker won't be in charge of mapping out all of the possibilities of the thing he or she has made. The machine will be given a baseline capacity, but it can then build on this as it develops. It will be a trial and error learner with an infinite capacity to acquire skills. The more intelligent the system becomes, the better it becomes at improving itself, so the more it will learn and do. It might not take very long at all, only months perhaps, before the machine is cleverer than its creator.
AI that reached this level would soon be reached ahead of us, and statements such as, well, let's just switch it off, maybe like trying to take down the internet, will slingshot.
The prospect of such super intelligence appalls and excites people in equal measure. We are brought into alternative feature with the speed and uncertainty of a skydiver who can quite remember if he's wearing a parachute or a rucksack. Some, including Bill Gates, Stephen Hawking, and Elon Musk, are so scared they believe that we are likely ever to be able to effectively control any super intelligence we create. Artificial mind will just single-mindedly pursue their aims, and these aims may not coincide with ours. A machine wouldn't specifically want to kill us, but its immorality would mean that it would be willing to cause our extinction if necessary.
Now that's the pessimistic angle, but there is the more cheerful angle of course. According to the optimist, In a world of artificial superintelligence, machines will still be our servants. We'll give them some basic role of never killing or doing us any harm. And then they'll set about solving all the things that have long bedeviled us. The immediate priority of superintelligence would be to help us to create free energy, in turn, dramatically reducing the prices for almost everything. We would soon be in the era that Google says futurologists Grace Kurzweil describes as abundant. Everything currently costing would drop to almost zero, the way that data costs now. Work for money would essentially come to an end.
The solution here is to develop a kind of AI that's been intriguingly dubbed AEI, or Artificial Emotional Intelligence. This AEI would help us with all the tricky tasks at the emotional, psychological, and philosophical end of things. We'll be helped with understanding our psyches, mastering our emotions, drawing out our true talents. We hit what we were best suited to do with our lives, and guiding us to the people with whom we might form good and satisfying relationships. Most of many psychological mistakes which allow us to waste our lives could be averted. Instead of fumbling through a mental fog of insecurities and inconsistencies, we'll be guided to a more compassionate, happier, and wiser future.
Humans are tool-making animals. We're on the brink of creating tools like no others. So, the trick is to stay close to the underlying ancient purpose of every tool, which is to help us to do something we actually want to do more effectively. If we keep our wits about us, there's no real reason our computer should necessarily run away from us. They should just be much better version of our earliest Flynn axis.